so-called black Jesus and a black.
All right, call on Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. First and foremost, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the God of Gods. Giving much love to Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Shout out to the beautiful elect, whoever they may be, among Israel, the chosen ones among Israel, whoever they may be. Much love to the prophets, pretty much the chosen ones as well, whoever they may be among the children of Israel. Shout out to the Akim, the beautiful men that's in the word. And you go to the highways and byways, and you do a lot of videos at home. You do everything in your power to show Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that you love him and you fear him. Much love to you, guys. Shout out to the beautiful women, the Akwaf that's in the word. It's not a lot of you women, but much love to the women that are in the word and you fear the law. And whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You listen and learn in silence. Nothing wrong with that. Coming back at you with another episode. This episode will be titled different. It was going to be for the prayers. That what did I say? To stay in prayer, but something caught my attention, so I'm gonna move on from that, and instead of making it a part two, it'll just be a part one, even though it was horribly done. I need to get a camera stand or something, to be able to make my videos more stable when I'm outside. I know people tired of seeing my face, whatever. I'm getting everything taken care of, teeth and, hair, all that. I don't really care. I'm in the process of changing. Yahweh gonna take care of me in due time, and I know that. So yeah, I do need to fix up on my outside videos. My inside videos are better, but yeah, we're gonna move on from that. And today's title is called "The Coming Judgment," and got a couple of videos for you guys to see, and a couple of things that we're going to talk about, especially about the white people that are catching wind of the true translation of what the Bible is actually saying, and the warnings from Yahweh and all of these dark threats and these things that are coming out. That's from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the Lord himself, pertaining the white man and his nation, and all the horrible things that he's done with the other nations, and all the horrible things that they have done to the children of Israel. And got a couple of videos that I uncovered a couple of days ago that I'm going to backtrack, and we're gonna get on to that. And right now we living in the time of light, the age of light, and it's a time like no other, where the truth is coming out, and the Negroes, Mexicans, and the Indians are identified as the true children of Israel. Yahweh's chosen, and they are being put on the forefront. We are being put on the forefront. Israel is a speckled bird, so it could be through the father's seed, only through the father's seed. Because a lot of us we mingle with other nations, so we look like them. And you got white Israelites, you have you got white Israelites, you can have Asian Israelites, you can have a German Israelite, you can have a French Israelite, but it's through the father's seed that they are descendants of the Israelites. It can't be through the mother's seed, it has to be through the father's seed. So it's a lot of us that can look like the heathen and are not. So we could get that quick Bible scripture real quick, and before we get started. It's interesting. This is Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 9 and 11. King James Version, it says, "My inheritance unto me as a speckled bird, the birds round about against her." It says, "Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field come to devour." So it says, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field come to devour. Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. And these beasts represent the nations of the world, because right now what we dealing with is the white supremacy, and for a long time they've been put on the forefront as the absolute, as the best, and white is right, this narrative, and they have pushed anything of color in the back, so now, like it said, the world marveled after the beast in the book of Revelation. um, these nations feel like white supremacy is the best. So there is a lot of other nations that are ridiculed for no a lot of our people that are in different nations that has been ridiculed for our color and the way we look, and we being oppressed because of our skin color and looked down upon. But now those times are changing, and the Israelites is being ridiculed for them inviting in the speckled bird scenario. So the speckled bird scenario is inviting, you'll see prophets that look white, and you'll see prophets that look Asian, and you'll see Asians that look black. And through the forefather seed, they rightfully are Israelites. And people still make fun of them and laugh at them when this is a serious scenario. This doesn't have anything to do with the skin color. It has everything to do with the spirit. So, for Yahweh Shem Shai, in his eyes, he's going to judge you by the spirit, So we're going to get to the videos right now. I wanted to bring up another Bible scripture concerning Edom. And let me get that real quick. But yeah, so one of the first things that I was talking about was Israel being a speckled bird. So it's not necessarily a prejudice thing, and it's just not only a black thing. No, this is going to all of Israel. That's why when Yahweh Shai was referring to the Gentiles, is because some of the Israelites in the past, they look like Gentiles. They look like white people, and then the ones that didn't and that looked like, a dark skin complexion, they were speaking that language, So for those people out there, that is in truth right there. I just wanted to get that out the way. But as for these people, these Edomites, they are reading the Bible and getting these judgments, and they really not liking it right now. I'm gonna just let this play and get out more scriptures. Um, it says white folks fail to accept black Yahweh Shai. And this is said about Putin's discovery. So Putin is a white person, and they don't even want to hear it from their own people. And, I don't care what they say. They all white, different ethnicities and different nations. That is true. Even though they're all different, a lot of them is a part of the same ethnicity. So Putin is white, they're white, and they still won't take his word for it. And this motherfucker, this Putin is the supreme in Russia, is the strongest besides America and China right now, and you won't take it from one of the most powerful people in your age, and what more proof do you need? That's exactly what Yahweh is saying, because he's putting the spirit on all these leaders to reveal that the children of Israel, that Yahweh Shai is a dark-skinned man, Yahweh is dark-skinned, and the children of Israel are the Negro, Mexicans, and the Indians. And these people that stole our religion, these people that stole our identities and assumed them that they are the Israelites. These people are found to be liars and criminals and thieves. They still don't believe that what the Bible is saying is true. What Putin is saying is a lie. Why would all of that be stored up in his secret vaults that ain't been open in years? Why would all this be hidden away? You know, why would he finally reveal this in this time? And people are once again turning their gaze to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and his son Yahushai, and revealing these paintings and these images that are from long ago. And these ancient paintings and these images, people didn't have a problem with worshiping until the time of the Renaissance, when they changed all these things. So all of these things that are in the forefront of for the white supremacy to build their empire was all lies. It's all on lies. It's all on blood, and this is the truth of it, and they refuse to accept. So we can watch these videos, and I'm gonna bring up some precepts.
Like Mary. Now all of a sudden, Putin is the truth teller in the world, right? And there's many black folk all over the world. Wow, we already knew this, and then there's many black folk that are just coming to the realization that, oh yeah, Jesus is black, the white man lied to us. No, I'm not trying to be racist here, because I love black people, love yellow people, love red people. I love all people. And so does Jesus. Jesus didn't come for the black man, he didn't come for the white man, he didn't come for the red man, he didn't come for the yellow man.
Happy New Year 2025. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching.
He Kenya Beast, and you can always go check him out. Like I said, I sample a lot from other composers and other content creators because I'm not that good at creating content myself. So that's why I have the Mobeezen. It's just to get straight to the point and record what I want to record. But if you want to go listen to him, you can, and that goes for everybody else that I've sampled from. You guys are free to go listen to them, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm not really good at computer tech. So the Mobeezen was a great help in me creating some form of content so you guys can see and understand and listen to, besides watching my face and, me doing the best I can with my crappy content when I'm on highways and byways, which needs major upgrades, but that's fine. So we're going to skip this and get straight to what this man is talking about.
But he said this is a racial war. Let's watch this video and then we're going to come about and talk about it.
Some of you are obviously Black Jesus and 9/11. And you're wondering in your mind, what has this got to do? What have those both subjects got to do with one another? Well, as many of you around the world have seen, Putin, who many of the world have been fooled into thinking is a good man and is for the people. And many of you have been fooled into believing Donald Trump is a good man and he's for the people also. Listen to what I have to say, and listen to it with an open mind. Take it into your heart and bring it to God, right? Because what I'm going to say to you is all biblical, right? So just listen to this. Putin came out the other day saying that they had pictures in a vault, as many of all you already know about. Excuse me. The pictures of this so-called Black Jesus and a Black Madonna like Mary. Now all of a sudden, Putin is the truth teller in the world, right? And there's many black folk all over the world. Wow, we already knew this, and then there's many black folk that are just coming to the realization that, oh yeah, Jesus is black, the white man lied to us. No, I'm not trying to be racist here, because I love black people, love yellow people, love red people. I love all people. And so does Jesus. Jesus didn't come for the black man, he didn't come for the white man, he didn't come for the red man, he didn't come for the yellow man. He came for the souls of man, right? And the Bible says that flesh and blood will not inherit the kingdom of God. No, I'll speak on. If you go back to earlier footage of Putin back in the early 90s with George Bush Jr., you will see them both in their Freemason outfits, which tells you they're both on the same side. They're both Freemasons, they're both master wizards, they're both deceivers. And the Bible says that the devil came to kill, steal, and destroy. He's been a liar and murderer and a deceiver since the beginning, right from the very beginning with Adam and Eve in the garden. Now, I want to read you something here in Jesus Christ's own words. And as Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? You understand, folks? How can the kingdom of Satan stand if he cast out Satan? It cannot stand. They must be together. You people in the world have to understand that all of these people that we call, or you call elites, because I don't call them nothing like that. These people are all in bed together. They're all like this. They're all in bed together. They're part of the secret societies. Now, if Putin was such a good man and was such a truth teller, because he does know the truth about this next subject, which is the lower part of the line here, 9/11. How come he never exposed who done 9/11? Because he knows who done 9/11. No, they don't want to do that because they're all in the club together, folks. You understand? Do you not understand what these people are trying to do now? They're trying to cause a massive race war throughout the whole world, dividing blacks from whites. Now, that's another label they threw on us because my skin is not white. That's the colour white there, that paper. That's white, right? My skin is peachy colour. A black man is not black. His skin is brown. They put these labels on us to divide us all. You understand? It's divide and conquer. And it's always been that way. And I'm telling you all right now that Putin is a liar. He's a liar and he's part of...
Nah, he just scared. You know, even Putin and all of them read the Bible and they know they proper roles in the Bible. They know they're supposed to come against Israel. And when they come against the Israelites, they will be defeated. They know that they are the seven-head dragon, which is the 10 common markets and NATO. And they know that Babylon is America, which is the great whore that rideth upon the dragon. So they know they roles in all of that. And basically what I'm trying to see is that he still wants people to be unified, and he still wants peace between um Esau and Jacob, and it's not gonna be no peace. So we're gonna skip this and we're gonna get to what I'm really wanting to go after, because right now he just speaking about some stuff that's not really irrelevant. So give me a second, I gotta find it. Okay, there's one. Okay, hang on. We can get to what I'm really after, because he's speaking some bullshit and it'll never be no peace. Even Putin is just that he don't understand a lot of these people, whether they be Israelites that's not woke, or these white people that don't see the truth. They don't understand how it works. So we can get that one verse real quick too. Um, give me 1 second. Because I found the video I was looking for. So give me one, because we just gonna skip to the judgments and all that and how the white people are reacting to the Bible right now. So hang on. And this is what a lot of them don't understand. Um, that Yahweh is in control of everything. To a certain degree, he only makes you think that you have control. Okay, he only makes you think that you have some freedom or a free will when that is not canon. We all are controlled by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We are all under his control. And our minds, he put our minds as a thought of free will, as I can do whatever I want and I can do whatever I please. Like, oh, if the Lord think I'm gonna go left, then I'm gonna go right, type of thing. When it's already preordained, Yahweh Shem Yahushai's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Everything that you thought that you were gonna do on your own was actually preordained, and it was actually controlled by powers, which Yahweh Shem Yahushai is the power beyond your understanding. So this is what's happening right now. Job 33:15-17. It says, in a dream and in a night vision, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and the slumberings upon the bed. It says, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. So basically it's saying that you are not in control, and Putin is not in control of his own life. And Putin is reading, these elites read the Bible. They know what's going on. They know their fates. They know their purpose. They know that their destiny cannot be persuaded. It cannot be changed by their own will. You cannot change your will when it's a greater will before you controlling it all. So that's one thing that I wanted to clarify, but we're going to get to one more scripture pertaining that control thing. And we can move on to the next video. And it says, this is first book of Kings, chapter 22. It says, and they came 3 years without war between Syria and Israel. And it came to pass in the 3rd year that Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, came down to the king of Israel. And the king of Israel said unto his servants, now ye that Ramoth Gilead, Ramoth and Gilead is ours, and we be still, and take it not out of the hand of the king of Assyria. And he said to Jehoshaphat, wilt thou go with me to battle to Ramoth Gilead, or Gilead, or Gilead? And Jehoshaphat said to the king of Israel, I am as thou art, my people as thy people, my horses as thy horses. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, inquire me, I pray, at the word of Yahweh today. It says, the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, and about 400 men, and said unto them, shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, go up, for Yahweh shall deliver it into the hand of the king. It says, and Jehoshaphat said, there is not here a prophet of Yahweh besides that we. It says, and Jehoshaphat said, is there not here a prophet of Yahweh besides that we may inquire of him? And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micah, the son of Ilma. It says, by whom we may require of Yahweh. But I hate him, for he does not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. In all these prophecies, this is why. Give me 1 second. And this right here, this text right here, is exactly the reason why a lot of the white people hate the Bible, and other nations hate the Bible, because it has nothing good to say about them. It's only concerning their judgments and lamentations, mournings, and woes. The same thing that the Israelites went through. will be the same thing that they go through. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, that's another reason why a lot of the Israelites don't like the prophets neither, because they correct them in their ways, and and a lot of the 2/3 are very prideful, and you got a lot of the Israelites and street prophets that call them out, you know, and call them out and judge them on sight according to their ways, and they don't like it, which is very well, you know, in a way it is disrespectful, but hey, that's just what they do. And a lot of them don't like being told what to do. A lot of them got a rebellious spirit. So, you know, hearing these prophecies and hearing these things, in truth, a lot of the wicked Israelites don't want change. They don't want Yahweh to come and change anything. They like, some of them benefit off life more than we others do, and some of them like the way life is, and they don't want it to change. But it has not been any time in history where things stayed the same. Change is necessary. Change is coming, whether these 2/3 like it or not. And for those of us that believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, it is to our benefit that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai dethrone the wicked. And like it says, sit down at thy right hand till I make thy enemies thy footstool. You know, so right now everything is topsy-turvy and everything is going through these changes. And these white people keep trying to find good in the Bible, trying to find anything pertaining of them as part of being the divine inheritance, and they don't find anything but judgments, death, the sword, the pestilence, the famine, and one of the best of all that's going to happen is slavery, man. Because there are worse things than death, man. Living is worse than death, and it can be hell on earth, like I showed in my last video, in my videos before. Hell on earth is a living condition. It's not somewhere that you go that's deep underground and it's a bunch of demons torturing you and your soul never goes to judgment before the Lord and you don't see the Lord or heaven for an eternity. It don't work like that. That's just a church scheme to get more money and to get you to go to church, and it makes it harder for you to even live when you live in like that, because you try to live your life sin free when your body is sinful itself. So, that right there, not to stray from my whole point, but let me get to the straight to the point. Like he said, he only speaks evil, and these prophecies, they be accurate. So if you're not getting a good report from the Lord, then Yahweh is not going to lie. He's not going to lie. He's going to always be honest. He is not an author of confusion. He is not a liar. He tells the truth on everything. So this is what's happening. This part right here is pertaining to Putin and the minds of these kings, and what's happening to these world leaders, and what's happening to these what's going to happen pertaining World War III and all these things and prophecy. And these world leaders are aware that they are not in control of anything. They are all a part of this movie that's been recorded before they was born. They only fulfilling their roles. So I'm just answering what this man is talking about. He doesn't understand the control and the dynamic. Of course, they know that the elites. Of course, they know that they are manipulating the masses to being against each other. All this is a part of the Bible. It's all a part of it. So it says. And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. It says, then the king of Israel called an officer and said, hasten hither, Micaiah the son of Elma. It says, and the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, sat on each on his throne, having put on their robes in a void in the entrance of the gate of Samaria. And all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah the son of Chenaniah made Chenana, yeah. It says, made him horns of iron and said, thus says Yahweh, with these shalt thou push the Syrians until thou have consumed them. And all the prophets prophesied so, saying, go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for Yahweh shall deliver it into the king's hand. And the messenger was gone to call Milcah, and spake unto him, saying, behold now, the words of the prophet declare good unto the king with one mouth. It says, let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good. See, this is all our people want to hear. They don't want to hear the negative parts of the Bible. They don't want to hear the changes and the wars and the mass death and these and the destruction that's coming. They want to hear the good, prosperity. How can they get their life better? God is love. You know, Jesus died for everybody. Everybody is going to get saved. All of this shit, man. All of that shit right there is exactly what people want to hear. But Yahweh put the prophets on the planet to preach what people need to hear, bro. To preach what they need to hear. So it says, and Micah said, also, as Yahweh liveth, what Yahweh has said unto me, that I will speak. It says, so he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead or Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, go and prosper, for Yahweh shall deliver it unto the hand of the king. And the king said unto him, how many times shall I adjure thee that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of Yahweh? And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills, as sheep that have not a shepherd. And Yahweh said, these have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me? Exactly, because he concerning the fall of Israel and them being scattered to different governments and to different nations. And he said, hear thou therefore the word of Yahweh. I saw Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him in his right hand and on his left. This is the court of the Lord. This is why I'm telling you that Putin and Donald Trump and all of these leaders, they have no control over what they do. All of this is a part of the will of Yahweh. All of this is a part of his command and his rulership, that nothing truly has its own free will. So he can't blame Putin for the Lord putting the spirit on him to show that the black people, the Negroes, Mexicans, and the Indians are the true children of Israel. He cannot do anything about it but do what's commanded to him in his heart. Like it says, the king's heart is in Yahweh's hand, and he do so whatever he please. So it says, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of Yahweh. I saw Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab to go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this matter, and another said on that matter. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh, and said, I will persuade him. And Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So it says, now therefore Yahweh hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these prophets, and Yahweh hath spoken evil concerning thee. But Zedekiah the son of Chenanah went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek, and said, which way went the spirit of Yahweh from me to speak unto thee? Because the Lord does do that. He doesn't, sometimes he can come and give a prophet a lying word, and then sometimes he go to certain prophets and give them the truth, which is why there is a divide in the Israelites today, because it's a lot of Israelites that are being controlled to speak lies or to go off, and then some of them are being controlled to speak the truth. And it's causing a divide, and it's not a confusion if you know the spirit. That's why the new covenant keep coming up, and then a lot of the prophets say that we are not in the new covenant, and the Bible does state about the new covenant. It does state about it, so they can't say that it's not real and it's not true. And a lot of us that believe in the new covenant, we believe that we already in it, which it is true. It is true. We are already in it. The new wine, the truth coming out, all of that is a bundle pack. It's not just getting superpowers and seeing the kingdom come down from heaven. It's not just none of that, It's not just that. It's like a bundle pack of blessings that's coming down from Yahweh. All of that is a part of the new covenant, but a lot of them don't see the new covenant, and a lot of them don't believe it, which is causing an error. This is a perfect example of Yahweh being a lying spirit in the mouth of certain prophets, and to divide not only it's a sifting process, not only to divide those who believe Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Those who believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai are few. It's not a lot of them that believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It's few, and they believe in the covenant and they accept it all. That's few. It's not a lot. So they being sifted into the new covenant, while the majority of the prophets preached the old covenant, which is the lion spirit, and they're being sifted into the old covenant, meaning that you're only going to get in if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments. All 612, I do believe, laws. And even though you can't, you still do the best that you can. But these prophets are trying to follow the laws perfectly nowadays, and they feel like with their works alone, that they works will weigh out greater than their faith, and that Yahweh would approve of them. But it's just a lying divination. So that's how the Lord is creating a sifting process from those who are chosen and those who are not. So that right there was real powerful. So that's why it's a divide within the Israelite community right now, because those of us that believe in the new covenant, we believe it's already here. Obviously it is. Like when the Lord talk about the day of the Lord, he's not talking about a specific day, but a time and a season that the day of the Lord is in, a span of years that we are in the day of the Lord. We've been in the day of the Lord for some time now, you know. So the day of the Lord could be a couple of 100 years, man. You know, it could be, because these prophecies have to take time. They take time and they take place to set forth. These prophecies, they have their time and they have their era to where they take place. So we've been in the day of the Lord for a long time. So these white people are starting to notice that they've been on a decline for a long time. It's been history in the making with the Lord. So likewise, the new covenant been here, been here. The new covenant been here when One West was preaching the doctrine, and they didn't really realize it themselves, but it has been here. I forgot his name. It's been a long time. What's his name? I don't know, but I forgot. But one of the leaders of One West brought it up, and the new covenant was a part of that a long time ago. That's the new wine, that's the new oil, that's the true name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. In the name of Yahweh Shai, that's the children of Israel being revealed of who they are among the people and among the nations. The prophecies about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and the Lord, and the promises of a new covenant, to where when you join a new covenant, you are bound by your faith. You have works, but you are bound by your faith, and you believe in will save you, instead of you telling Yahweh that you abide by all the laws. You followed all 612 laws or however, and you deserve to go in because you followed the laws, when the laws are getting us killed. The laws are destroying us, and we cannot follow the laws because we don't have a perfect body. We don't have it. And all of that comes with the new covenant. So I do believe in that. But like I said, there's a divide within that. But this right here is pertaining to the king still. But lessons within lessons. I'm going to get to the next video I just found and carry on with that. So it says, but Zedekiah, the son of Chinanah, went near and smote Micah on the cheek and said, which way went the spirit of Yahweh from me to speak unto thee? That's what's happening between those camps that think Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is with them, to the few men that you see that's on the highways and byways by themselves pushing the word. They don't need 20 men. They don't need 15 men. They don't need 100 men behind them marching in the fucking streets, screaming and at the top of their lungs, which is a part of the plot of prophecy. It is a part of it, but they don't need all of that. These men that are in the new covenant probably might be one or two men, or just one man by themselves on each block. No, on blocks and at random parts, that are the true angels of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, pushing the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because during the times when Yahweh Shai was alive, these prophets didn't call themselves groups like ICUIC, Great Millstone, Sakari. They didn't call them by those names. They didn't assume in groups and different organizations, that push the word, and some of them aren't even in it. They just using the Bible to make money, as they are. But no, the prophets were a part of the one group, and they did not call themselves nothing. It was just the followers of Yahweh Shai. That's it. So that's what makes them outed right now. It just make it look skeptic, like, okay, no, I'm not going to join any of these groups. I'm gonna just stay by myself. It's not meant for me to join it. If I'm gonna go to the highways and byways, I'm gonna go by myself, and I'm gonna do what I need to do to show Yahweh Shem Shai that I fear him and I love him. So it's a lot of prophets that's singled out, lone wolves that's doing that. And throughout the whole Bible, it was prophets like that was by itself doing the work on the highways and byways, doing the work, preaching, doing what they can to tell everybody the news. And even back then, they was preaching the end times. So, like I said, the day of the Lord is an error, just like the covenant is a part of the error. It's a whole bundle pack. It's not just flying around and getting superpowers and multiple women and wait until we get to the kingdom to get the new covenant and the new bodies. No, it happens before that too. It does. So I'm gonna continue, and then we can get to the next video real quick, because I know that I detoured, but I'm about to be back on track with the judgments and all of that. But this is a part of the Bible too. So it says, and Micah said, behold, thou shalt see in that day when thou shalt go into the inner chamber to hide thyself. Then the king of Israel said, take Micah and carry him back unto Ammon, the governor of the city, and to Jos, the king's son. And say thus, that the king put this fellow in the prison, and feed him with bread of affliction and with water of affliction, until I come in peace. And Micah said, if thou return at all in peace, then the Lord have not spoken by me. And he said, hearken, O people, every one of you, because it's going to be a collapse. After the king dies, it's going to be a collapse, and Israel is going to be overtaken. So it says, so the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went up to Ramoth Gilead. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, I will disguise myself and enter into the battle. But put thou on thy robes. And the king of Israel disguised himself and went into battle. But the king of Syria commanded his 30 and 2 captains that had rule over his chariots, saying, fight neither with small nor great, save only the king of Israel. And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots saw Jehoshaphat, that they said, surely it is the king of Israel. And they turned aside to fight against him. And Jehoshaphat cried out. And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots perceived that it was not the king of Israel, that they turned back from pursuing him. And a certain man drew a bow at a venture, and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. Wherefore he said unto the driver of the chariot, turn thy hand and carry me out of the host, for I am wounded. It says, and the battle increased that day, and the king was stayed upon his chariot against the Syrians, and died at evening. And the blood ran out of his wound in the midst of the chariot. And there was a proclamation throughout the host about the going down of the sun, saying, every man to his city, and every man to his own country. So the king died and was brought to Samaria, and they buried the king in Samaria. It says, and one washed the king in the pool of Samaria, and the dogs licked up his blood. And they washed his armor according to the word of Yahweh which he spake. Now the rest of the acts of Ahab, and all that he did, and the ivory of the house which he made, and all the cities that he built, are they not written in the chronicles of the kings of Israel? So Ahab slept with his fathers, and Ahaziah his son reigned in his stead. And Jehoshaphat the son of Asa began to reign over Judah in the 4th year of Ahab the king of Israel. Jehoshaphat was 30. Okay, so it didn't collapse then, but he did prophesy that it would be spirits that controlled him into going to get himself killed. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm not gonna keep going. This is more of the book of Kings, and we're gonna proceed to the next video to show you what's going on with these Edomites. But that's judgment. And he said that the Lord wouldn't do that, and he had no control, and he could do whatever he wanted. And that was the whole ploy of the Israelites with the lion spirit, to get him to go out to be destroyed. But Yahweh Shem Shai put it on the spirit of what's his name? Of Micaiah, to tell him the truth before he went. And it was already predestined for him to go. So he went and he died. That's all that happened.
I decided to get a master's degree. I heard it all. It's too expensive, too time consuming. But then I found WGU.
And I think black people get sick and tired of.
On behalf of myself, my family, and my ancestors, I want to publicly apologize to the African American community for our ignorance, our arrogance, our insensitivity to your cause, and for any part we may have had in the atrocities done to your people.
Good morning, evening, good afternoon. Which comes first? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. I am the Ghan Beast, and of course, we say that like, oh, hell no. Let's watch this video.
Morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning. I am the wife of Pastor Les Robinson. Quickly, we've seen America rally behind court cases through the years over intellectual property and real property, oftentimes resulting in millions of dollars in restitution. We rally behind it without the blink of an eye because it's something that has been stolen, and restitution should be made. We cannot forget or ignore the fact that we stole people from their native land. We stripped them from their families, from their culture, and from their birthright. Yet white America has turned a blind eye to this and say they should get over it, or it's been so long and it doesn't affect the African Americans today because it happened so long ago. On behalf of myself, my family, and my ancestors, I want to publicly apologize to the African American community for our ignorance, our arrogance, our insensitivity to your cause, and for any part we may have had in the atrocities done to your people. I stand here today humbly to show my love and support, whether enslaved or free. We know that many African Americans have had inventions they didn't get credit for and therefore earned no revenue. Land was stolen from many, as in my husband's case. My husband has the deeds to these properties that state this land belongs to my descendants forever and ever. There should be no question of what should be done. His land has been stolen, his generational wealth stolen, the schooling opportunities he should have had stolen, his opportunity to grow up in a safe environment where his family could afford housing stolen. He was forced into poverty, running to and from school, hoping to avoid getting into a fight or even getting shot and killed. This wasn't the legacy his grandfather left him. His rightful inheritance was stripped from him. Where is his restitution? There is no record of the properties ever being sold. If this were a claim about a white man's property being stolen, I'm sure the court case would have been resolved by now. He should have the right to reclaim financial compensation for what was left to him by his great-great-great-grandfather, Daniel Blue.
Thank you so much
so
for
that he may pass it down to his
morning.
descendants.
We really
I've noticed recently a few posts by white people apologizing for being racist, being discriminatory, being silent, being indifferent, behaving in a white privileged way. And this has been pastors and community leaders and politicians. And it's a tough thing to do. First of all, let me just say, so respect to anybody that does that. But what has bothered me is when I've read through the comments section on these posts. Because the comments section itself is the very thing that the post is apologizing about. Because the comments section is a divide between white and black people. The white people are jumping on these apology posts, reassuring the white person posting the apology how loved they are, how appreciated they are, what a good person they are, how we love you and love your family, we pray for you, how you've been a great leader to my life, all the things you've done in the past to help black people. And black people are putting in the comment section, you hurt us. You excluded us. You didn't see us. You were silent about us. You were white privileged towards us. You deepened our pain. So the comment section becomes itself the very thing that the post was trying to address. And I want to say a couple of things. I want to say, first of all, when we do that in the posts, it becomes about the person that's posting, not about the issue. The post isn't about the person's character or sensitivities or or their love and heart for people. It's about the pain they have caused, we have caused to black people. And I think black people get sick and tired of dancing around white people's sensibilities when it comes to a strong discussion about race, discrimination, white privilege. Black people almost have to wait until the white people can stomach it, until the white people can get beyond their sense of superiority or their sense of immunity or their shame or their guilt before they can really say what they want to say. And the comment section feels like that. And I want to say also to us white people, and especially in the church, it is far more loving often to stay silent than to use your love to anesthetize each other from a pain we must feel. When you love bomb us, when we're apologizing for something we did that deepened the pain of black people and people of color in the world at this time, when you love bomb us away from it, when you try to put us in that love bubble around us by your love and affirmation, it just deepens people's pain.
And that's what they because they've been reading the Bible and they are afraid of what's coming upon the earth, and they're afraid of the judgments that's coming upon them. And it's Jeremiah chapter 49, 7 through 39. And it says, concerning Edom, thus says Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Its counsel perished from the prudent, is their wisdom vanished? It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring a calamity of Esau upon him. The time I will visit him. If the grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If the thieves by night, they will destroy till they have had enough. But I have made Esau bare, and I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So we can get to another video right now. Boom. And this one right for the lesson.
Ciabatta dippers, a duo built for dipping, here for a limited time.
Jews, according to the Bible, you can check it in the Bible, you can read Job 30:30 and some other places. They have never been white. They have been people of color. And they have not stopped in Ethiopia. They were in Ethiopia, Sudan, and they have settled in West Africa. From West Africa, they have been taken as slaves to America. Brothers and sisters, blacks of America, it's you. You are the true Hebrews. You are the true Hebrews from the Bible. America gonna do everything, gonna invest as much money as it has, and gonna fight as much wars as they can, gonna invite as much weapons as they can just to hide this away from you. Gonna take Israel, gonna bring white people here and to tell you these are the Jews, gonna kill you, gonna kill Arabs, gonna mistreat white people like this guy, just to tell you this lie that you are nobody and we are the Jews with all the history and so on. It has been deleted, your history. You don't know who you are. Don't care about it. This is why America has been taking your history away, never to find out that it's all about you. I'm telling you this, please. I don't ask you to come to Israel and to start a revolution. I'm just asking you to start thinking this way.
Hello world, good morning, good afternoon, good or black Americans, red.
And all that stuff, but actually the chosen people, not all black people, but a lot of them, and even I could say, I don't know if I could say most of them, but many of them. specifically the people that are living in America, and specifically the people who have been sent all over the earth on slave ships. Those people are superior, even in the Most High's eyes himself, because those people are the Israelites. And there's a scripture that says, not only it says if you bless them, you'll be blessed, there's also one that says you have to cling to them or you can't even be saved. For one, that means acknowledging who they are, obviously. And for two, it means reading even their own scriptures, because these scriptures are not for everyone. They're for them, and if you
Pause. And I'm going to pause right there and get to this. We're in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 1. It says, comfort my people. Yes, comfort my people, says Yahweh. It says your God Yahweh. Speak comfort to Jerusalem and cry out to her that her welfare is ended, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she has received from Yahweh's hand double for all her sins. Hell yeah, we went through a lot of shit. And this is what the prophets are screaming out to our people, these 2/3 that don't listen. This is what he's saying, that the blessing is about to begin and to come under Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, come to the new covenant, come under the wings of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and in the name Yahushai, call on his name through his son, and he will protect you and he will begin to bless you, because we coming out of our slavery. And like it says in the Bible, better is an end of a thing than the beginning. So we at the end right now. And it's time for Yahweh Shem Yahushai to for his wrath to come down, and these different pestilences and these different wars and these different plagues and these breakdowns of society and this mass destruction. Before it begins, he's calling in his children, telling them of the good news. So it says, the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare the way of Yahweh, make straight in the desert a highway for Yahweh, for our God. Every hill shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill brought low. The crooked places shall be made straight. And this is what the prophets on the highways and byways are screaming out. They're calling out. It says, and through rough places smooth. It says, the glory of Yahweh shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is what's happening. All nations are witnessing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. In the name of Yahushai, his name is being magnified upon the earth, and his chosen are being revealed. So it says, and through rough places smooth. The glory of Yahweh shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. For the mouth of Yahweh has spoken. The voice said, cry out. And he said, what shall I cry out? He said, all flesh is grass, and all its loveliness is like the flower of the garden. The grass withers, the flower fades, because the breath of Yahweh blows upon it. It says, surely the people are grass. The grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our God Yahweh stands forever. It says, O Zion, you who bring good tidings, get up into the high mountain, O Jerusalem. You who bring good tidings, lift up your voice with strength. Lift it up. Be not afraid. Say to the cities of Judah, behold, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, your God. That's true. That's what's happening on the highways and byways. And some of us are coming in, and some of us are ignoring it, but that's the truth. That's what's happening. It says, behold, Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall come with a strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Yahushai, it says, behold, his reward is with him, and his work is before him. He will feed his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs with his arm. That's Yahushai coming to save the Israelites when all hell break loose. Well, on the nuclear day. On the nuclear day, Yahweh willing, I'm one of them. And the rest of you guys that are listening, you guys are one of them. And he will save us from these times to come. It says, and carry them in his bosom, and gently lead those who are with young. Right, he'll save you and your children if you guys all come under his wing, which is the new covenant and which is the truth. So it says, measured heaven with a span and calculated the dust. It says, he who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, measured heaven with a span and calculated the dust of the earth in a measure, weighed the mountains in scales and the hills in a balance. Who has directed the spirit of Yahweh, or who has his counselor, as his counselor has taught him. It says, with whom did he take counsel, and who instructed him and taught him in the path of justice? who taught him knowledge and showed him the way of understanding. Behold, the nations are as a drop in a bucket and are counted as the small dust on the scales. Look, he lifts up the isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn. He talked about them fake Jews and all of these nations that's putting themselves before us in the eyes of the Lord, in the eyes of Yahweh. They are nothing. They are just a fragment of creation. And the white man too. And he's starting to realize that how little he is in the eyes of the Lord. It says, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor its beasts sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are accounted by him less than nothing and worthless. To whom will then you liken Yahweh, or what likeness will you compare to him? The workman molds an image, the goldsmith overspreads it with gold, and the silversmith casts silver chains. Whoever is too impoverished for such a contribution chooses a tree that will not rot. He who seeks for himself a skillful workman to prepare a carved image that will not totter. That's right. And that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying about the Edomites. They compare their image and their false gods to Yahweh Shem Shai. That's what he's talking about. This false Jesus and this false God that they worship. That's not him. So we're gonna get to a part 2 because it's been an hour. And let me click this, and we're gonna get to another part 2. Let me get to this part 2 real quick.